Now we are going to see time and work part 3. So far we have seen few questions in part 1 and part 2. So let us move to the part 3. Question number 3. Ramesh takes twice as much time as Sundar and thrice as much time as Lakshmi to finish a piece of work. Together they finish the work in one day. What is the time taken by Ramesh to finish the work? So this is the question which you are going to see now. And here slight difference. So here the problem is slightly different from the previous problem. The efficiency of 3 persons is compared, but still we assume the total work. So here we can see that Ramesh, Sundar and Lakshmi, so their efficiency is compared. So Ramesh takes twice as much time as Sundar. So they are just comparing Ramesh and Sundar, and in the next statement they are comparing Ramesh and Lakshmi. So the main common person here is Ramesh. So from here also we can just consider this total unit of work. Let us see how to do that. The efficiency of 3 persons is given here. The data available. So instead of seeing the problem in detail, I am just going to take only the data which is given here. So the two data given is twice and thrice. So take only those two and just take the LCM of these two, which is nothing but 6. So therefore we can now assume Ramesh, because Ramesh is the common person of the 3. So I am just considering the Ramesh first. Ramesh can take 6 days to complete the work. So that I am assuming based on the LCM value given there. So when Ramesh takes 6 days, Sundar can take 3 days because Ramesh takes twice as much time as Sundar. So when Ramesh takes 6 days, then Sundar will be taking 3 days, half of that. Similarly, when you consider Ramesh and Lakshmi, Ramesh takes thrice as much time as Lakshmi. So when Ramesh takes 6 days, Lakshmi will be taking 2 days. So the 3 data what we have here is Ramesh can finish the work in 6 days, Sundar can finish the same work in 3 days, and Lakshmi can complete the same work in 2 days. Now we got the similar problem which we have seen earlier. So the 3 data are 6, 3 and 2. Again go for the LCM of these 3 values. Luckily we have the same value here, that is 6, 3 and 2. Again the LCM is 6. So we are going to consider this total unit of work as 6 units. So once you found out that is a step 1 where you are going to find the total units of work, which is nothing but 6 units. And the second step we are going to find the individual rates, individual efficiency, that is again for the Ramesh, Sundar and Lakshmi are going to find out separately. As you know, we already discussed the total unit of work in the top. The top one what we have is total unit of work, and this is the time and this is the rate. Time into rate gives you the total unit of work. So here the total unit which you have already assumed as 6, and Ramesh can complete that work in 6 days. Therefore Ramesh can complete, Ramesh rate is 1 unit per day. Similarly here for Sundar it is 2 units per day, and for Lakshmi it is 3 units per day. So when you consider these 3 values, 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is together when they do it, Ramesh, Sundar and Lakshmi, they all 3 together will complete 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6 units per day, because this is the rate. So you have to just add the rates, and the rate is per day, so therefore 6 units per day. And you know that the total unit itself is 6, therefore 6 units per day, so they complete in 1 day. So here the statement given is together they finish the work in 1 day, so that is satisfying. As per this we have assumed, and this is satisfying. Okay, so now we don't have to go for separate calculation in the step 3, because as this is still satisfying, there are totally only 6 units and together they complete 6 units per day, and the time given is together they finish the work in 1 day, so that satisfies. Therefore we can just consider this value here. The question asks us how long will Ramesh take to finish the work. So 6 units, Ramesh is going to do 1 unit per day, so Ramesh will be taking 6 days, that's it. So the answer is 6 days Ramesh can finish the work. Now come to this next question, question number 4, which is again slightly different from the previous problem. Let's see this. Hamid can do a piece of work in 12 days. Dinesh and Hamid complete the work together and were paid rupees 81 and 54 respectively. How many days must they have to complete the work together? Here we can see the solution, like the amount paid to both of them is mentioned, and that too when they were working together. That means it is directly giving the relationship of this their efficiency. So the amount is paid based on the number of units they finish. So we can just go for that ratio. So Dinesh and Hamid, the amount ratio is 81:54, which is nothing but 3:2. So if Dinesh completes 3 units, Hamid will be completing 2 units. That's a comparison which is given there. So now let us assume the same itself is a value. If Dinesh does 3 units per day, let Hamid do 2 units per day. And given now, what is the next data given here is, the only data given here is 12 days. That is, now we can consider, as we have already assumed that Hamid will be doing 2 units per day, and there are 12 days it takes to complete the work. So we can again go for this T, where we are going to mention this rate here, which is 2 units, and the 12 is the number of days which is mentioned here in the problem. So when you take the product of this two, that is 24, that means this is a total unit. So in this way, indirectly we are going to assume this total unit. So the total unit is 24, and then Hamid can complete that in 12 days. Similarly, when you go for Dinesh, the same 24 you are going to consider here. And now you know that the rate of Dinesh is 3 and this is 24, so you can find out the number of days Dinesh is going to take to complete the work. So here you have 12 for Hamid and 8 for Dinesh. So the other way of calculating this is, the efficiency whatever is given and the time taken both are inversely proportional. So when you say this 3:2 is their efficiency ratio, and we can say the time ratio, the time taken by them will be 2:3. So in that way also we can consider that Dinesh and Hamid will be 2:3, and Hamid is given as 12. Therefore, we can say this Dinesh will take 8 days. 8 and 12 is again 2:3, right? So that way also you can just find out that. So the total work is found out from the data given for Hamid. So here, as he can do 2 units per day and he takes 12 days, that is a 24 units. So this is what is an explanation given for this, whatever I have explained so far. And now come to the next step 3. Step 3 is together how long they are going to take. So together, you know that the rate have to be added when they are doing it together. So Hamid and Dinesh, when they do it together, the rate is per day Hamid will be producing 2 units and Dinesh will be producing 3 units. So 2 plus 3, 5 units per day. So again you go for this T, where the rate will be filled here. Hamid and Dinesh together is 5 here, and the total unit is given as 24. Therefore the time taken will be 24 by 5, which is nothing but 4.8 days, and that is the answer. Thank you.